Fire officials say the East Troublesome Fire in Grand County spread at 6,000 acres per hour overnight.
Just such massive growth. It more than doubled in size from 6 p.m. last night to more than 38,000 acres now. This is one of several wildfire emergencies across our state. Of course, we still have the Cameron Peak fire very active in Larimer County and both the Calwood and Left Hand Canyon fires in Boulder County.
So we have team coverage across the Front Range this morning. We want to start with Eric LUPHER in Granby, where Grand Lake residents are under mandatory evacuation orders. So many homes in that iconic Colorado backdrop, Eric, and some fear they have lost everything.
Oh, Grand Lake is a Colorado gem, and there are so many people who are now in hotel rooms, in their cars, sleeping in their RVs, just waiting to hear news about their home, if they will even have a home to go back to. This has been our vantage point all morning. We are looking northwest. We're in Granby, and you can see the fire creeping over the ridge there, a very eerie sight. And to be honest with you, very surprising to see just how active this fire is. Fires are supposed to lay down a little bit overnight, right? And it has. It's not raging like it was yesterday, but we're talking low 30s. It's very cool up here right now, and the fire is still a lot more active than I would have ever expected. And look at these images. There was a lot of panic yesterday when people had to quickly evacuate the Grand Lake area. Pretty much the whole west side of Grand Lake has been evacuated. It is part of that evacuation zone. And in a rare statement at 1 o'clock this morning, the Grand County Sheriff, listen.
As we drive around this northern part of Grand County, I don't know what we'll see in the morning, to be honest. But you know what? Together as a community, we're going to get through this.
My goodness, they don't even know what they will expect come sunup. That'll just give you an idea of how dire this situation is. Even worse news, the wind's already picking up, which is really disappointing to see. When I first got here, we had calm winds, we had the cooler temperatures, and immediately you're going, okay, this should help firefighters a little bit. But if we're already feeling a pretty brisk breeze, no telling how bad it's going to get later today. I've been in contact with Katie LaSalle back at the station, though. She says we could see wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour. That is not going to help this situation. I'm on Twitter this morning. A lot of people are asking, what about evacuations? What about my neighborhood? We're still waiting for a lot of concrete answers from fire officials. To be honest with you, they're going to be behind on this. It turned so quickly yesterday that it's going to be a while before we get some hard numbers and more information on this. But what we do know is this fire is still active and the weather is not cooperating. Back to you.
Yeah, weather help not expected for the next couple of days, and we just pray it is not too late. Thank you, Eric. The fire spread so quickly last night, people had only minutes to decide what to grab and get out. We spoke to former Denver 7 anchor Ernie BJORKMAN, who he and his wife, they evacuated to Granby. They say the scene near Grand Lake last night was apocalyptic.
We didn't think it was going to come to that, but it did. The fire is spreading so quickly. We've had 30 to 40 mile an hour gusts up here of wind, and it just took off this afternoon. The whole day today, the town of Grand Lake was just covered with heavy smoke.
And as we just heard, the Grand County Sheriff says they will know more about the damage when the sun comes up. But in his own words, Sheriff Troublesome says he doesn't know quite what they'll see.